Today we are breaking down Black Mirror, the new season, season 7 on Netflix. Steven, you checked it out. What'd you think?
It was the first episode of the new season. And just as a quick little budgetary research that I did, they paid $40 million for 12 episodes of season 3 and 4. So that's on average around $3-4 million per episode. So I thought that was pretty interesting. And now that we've gotten to season 7, it's easy to forget that this was an early staple of Netflix's success early on. Netflix acquired this show from a UK, the United Kingdom's Channel 4 in 2016. So this show has been going on for a while. I really thought the camera work was good. Rashida Jones and Chris O'Dowd, I think I'm saying that last name correctly. I thought their chemistry was good, and I liked the story, and I've always thought Black Mirror, even though it's a little creepy, and even though it's not necessarily maybe a family-friendly show, I've always thought it was really well done, and it's a space where real art is being made, so I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, and you know what? I think it was extremely well done. What I will say is that I did feel extremely depressed with every minute that passed in the episode. Black Mirror episodes just break me. I don't think I'm like emotionally tough enough to handle the psychological torture of these episodes. I mean, gosh, every minute it just unravels and they get you on this nice little love story. I think that they did a great job with the acting. Kind of interesting note that both Diana Ross's daughter and Quincy Jones as two musical icons. Both their children are in this series, which is Rashida Jones, and then who I'm blanking out on her first name, but she was running the service that loaned out a piece of her brain, and it just like feels like it's always tapping into things that are existing in our society and very plausible, and which is what makes me so depressed about it, because I'm like, I could see this happening, and I bet you they're trying this right now, and it just like it's so clever and smart that it's almost too tough to watch because it's too real, and it just breaks me. And then amidst this whole story at the end, I almost feel like I kind of got I was glad, because I was just beating me down. It was beating me up. Every minute passed, I was like, stop, Brian, you're just getting more depressed. And this is just so dark. My dad, I was watching with my father, he got up and left because he was like, this is too much for me. He was like, I can't take this anymore. Because he was going on a website doing like horrible stuff to make money to keep his wife alive. And it was just like so dark and like you felt it all. And then in the midst of this, there was kind of like a Saturday Night Fever at the end, twist out of nowhere, where this character just like this accident happens outside of their scope, which was kind of an interesting little twist that kind of took it out of the moment a little bit with his work scene. I don't want to, I'm gonna spoil it for people, because if you haven't watched it yet, go watch it now. Stop the video right now. There's your warning. But he breaks down at work and gets in a fight with someone who exposes him for what he's been doing online, and he pushes him over, and he trips and falls, and like a cement roller like pins the guy, and it was like completely, I don't know, it just like, I was like, in that moment I was like, oh, I'm glad I stuck it out, because that was like a cool little twist inside of all of this. And then he ends up having to put his wife down, and you might as well put me down too, because I was just like, I had to watch like an episode of something. I had to watch something else afterwards because I was broken afterwards. So you know what? Well done. You broke another man, and it seems like that's what Black Mirror is trying to. Are you just trying to break people? Are you just trying to? We're already dealing with enough. I'm depressed enough as is. If you're into that, let us know. Let us know your comments. Are you destroyed as me, or am I just mentally weak? Steven, any last notes?
I'll say that you've hit on a very important theme of Black Mirror. While it's really well done, while the acting is usually very good, the pacing, the editing, it's all very well done. but it hits too darn close to home. And that's the freaky thing about these shows and these episodes. The only thing I wanted to say is they're going to do the first ever sequel episode later on in the season. Paul Giamatti is going to be in an episode, and I will probably watch that one. But I agree with you, Brian. It's heavy stuff, man. It's heavy stuff.
So that Paul Giamatti one's out, and I started it, and I was like, I can't do 2 episodes. I'm gonna have to go to a psych ward after this. So I was like, oh boy, here we go again. So we'll get up the courage. I'm gonna do some counseling, work on the emotional conditioning, and then we'll check out some more episodes of Black Mirror. But let us all know what you think. Follow if you want some more. And thanks for all watching another episode of the Blockbuster Brothers.